Very good. Okay. I believe. Yo, what up, Nova? What up, man? Got a tripod this time. What's good, Mountain? Thank you, Turco. I appreciate that, man. What up, Turco? How's it going, man? How's your weekend going? How's the Sunday going? What's good? What up, Mountain? How you doing, man? You chilling? Ah, I cough. How's everybody doing? The computer doesn't like vertical streams, I guess. Yeah. Hey, Strawberry. Hey, Rachel. What's going on, man? How are you guys doing? Having a good Sunday so far? Sorry about that, guys. We're back. Sorry about that. Wolfies! Wolfies! Okay, and we're back. Yes. The tree stream. Heck yeah, dude. Play some Desperado. Yeah, give me, I'll get it out in a second. I'm gonna get the wolfies to come back out too, man. Come here, puppies. Wolfies. Little girl. Little girl. Little girl. That's a big jealous boy. Jealous girl. Wolfie. Angle the camera down a little bit. Hang on, so y'all can see them a little bit better. I think they're chilling out here. Just lower it a little bit, maybe. Hey! Hey! Come. Yeah, doesn't want to angle much further down. Seriously, YouTube, stop trying to be TikTok. Yeah, no, I hear you on that one too. I'm right with you. What sniffing? Can I tie my shoes? Can I tie my shoes? Can I tie my shoes? Let me tie my shoes. Why you gotta lick everything? Huh? Crazy wolves. That wolf scruff on the back there. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Scruffy. Hey. 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 Oof. Oof. Get him, Lucy. Get him. Chico, Chico. 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 Get him, Lucy. You show him who's boss, dude. Say, I'm the boss, not you, just because you're so big. Say, me. Get him, Lucy. Eso? Good boy, Chico. Good boy. Achilles is getting smart right now, man. Like, normally he plays with the largest stick he can find in the yard. This is what he's got. He's got a wood chip. He's doing that, I think, so the wolves don't like try to steal it from him or can't easily steal it from him. Cause I was watching him earlier with one of the bigger sticks, and like when the wolves come over, he like will just put the stick down and drop it and pretend like he's not going after it. Ah. Oi! Let him have his little tiny wood chip, dude. He's trying to be smart. He's trying to be smart about it. Let him have it. Oh, goofy boy. So anyway, we're back, guys. Sorry about that. We're back. I think I fixed the problem. I got a new tripod, and like the phone is super slippery, so it slid down and then like held the power button down to shut my phone off. And that was enough tension to hold it there still for like a little bit, but when I came back, we're good to go. Hi, Nanette. How are you? Hello. Let him have his wood chip, girl. Damn. He just wants a wood chip. He just wants a little stick, and you're messing with him. Quit it. Look, see, you stole it anyway from him. He just gave up all entirely. He's like, alright, I'm out. go find me something else. Oi, come back. Hey, Lucy, drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Let go. Drop it. Good girl. Hey, leave it. Leave it. No, leave it. No. Don't. No. Hey, no. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Let go. Let it go. Stop stealing. Sniper, no swiping. Get out of here. Come on. So targeted, yeah. Big stupid little dog. Yeah, dude, he loves the giant ones. Like, he'll always go for the big giant ones, always. So the shoe that the wolf stole, but yeah. Hey, come back, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Come shoot, come shoot, come shoot. You can have my coffee, dude. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. You don't like to take no for an answer, but that's mine. Someone needs a haircut? Yeah, the little guy needs a haircut. Yeah, he does. He's about to get one too. I'm gonna give him a bath and then a haircut very shortly, actually. Hey, cat. How's it going, cat? How you doing? Haha, wolfies. 6:30. Oof. Revna, hey Revna. Howdy, howdy. Gotta go to work. Mm-hmm. Oi, 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 oi. Oof. I'm trying to eat whatever that is. Stop it. It's gone forever now. So how's everybody? How's everybody now? We've got you all here. Still trying to eat stuff, huh? Okay, I'll just break off another small piece of stick. Baby fighting the sleeps over here. Good, good, good. That's not a bad thing, right? That's a good thing. Stop trying to eat sticks, all you guys. I wonder your friggin' beard's all scruffy, full of dirt. Look at you. Look at you. Can't see me. Look at him. I haven't forgot. So now, just because like I was saying, now that I got everybody here, just wanted to say too, the other day in one of the streams, one of the members with a top one membership had donated to the stream, and we met the goal for that stream, and it wasn't a big goal. It was a small goal. It was just any kind of super chat from anybody in the stream, and so the goal was that, like, if any of you had donated, I would kind of sit down and do a stream like this where we talked about, like, the origins of the character, the origins of the channel, the YouTube channel, and kind of like the future plans for it and stuff like that. So, and of course, we'll hang out with the wolfies and we'll chat and we'll talk. And we'll probably play some guitar and hang out for a little bit afterwards and stuff like that too. But I just kind of wanted to sit down with you guys too, and I thought it was a cool way. And so I just wanted to shout out YOLO. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. And yeah, so I guess without any further ado, I mean, if you guys got any questions, feel free to like ask them in chat. That's fine. And I'll try to make sure I read them and answer them. So basically, I guess I can kind of try to nutshell everything. I don't want to make it like a super long, crazy story or nothing like that, but a really, really long time ago in a faraway place. No, I'm just kidding. Back in, like, I think 2016, I think is when I started the YouTube channel, and I was kind of like uploading streams and doing like long form content. I was editing sort of long form content. I didn't stay like super consistent with it. I did, and I mean I was consistent, but I just didn't stay with it. Like I didn't continue to keep going with it. Where if I did, I might have been a little bit further along. But that's that's the past. The past is the past. So anyway. And then about a year and a half ago, I said to myself, I sat down, a lot of things in my life had kind of changed. I had like moved and made a lot of big decisions and really kind of like stuck my neck out and a lot of crazy stuff happened. And I was like, I need to, and like I said, I moved. I was like kind of mostly more or less like kind of on my own, and a lot of friends and family were all like gone. There's a few people here and there that I would talk to and hang out with and stuff like that. Obviously, you keep some people and you meet some new ones that are really really awesome. But and then you move forward. But anyway, so in the I'm not exactly sure what it was. It was between me sitting down and saying to myself, like there's a lot of people that are on YouTube that are like just kind of being goofy and making money at it, and why not, like, if I have something really sincere that I want to kind of put out to the world, why not give it a shot? And so I was like, if I really want to give it a shot, though, I've got to like promise myself that no matter what, I'm gonna be consistent with it and actually give it a shot. You know what I mean? And not just like a couple here, a couple there, and then be like, oh, it's not getting the response I want. And inside of a year of being consistent, I got more than what I kind of bargained for. I guess like more of a response than I was like hoping for or asking for, and it was really nice to see that. It was kind of a little bit mind blowing. I'm not gonna be if I can be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit mind blowing. Because even before the year was over, I had reached a lot of the like goals that I had set for myself and for the channel. So I was like, okay, well, now I've hit the goals. Now I've got to get down to brass tacks and like actually be serious with it and put forth the effort. And so I started being just a lot more consistent with stuff. And I started with some motorcycle content, but I kind of quickly evolved a little bit to do different stuff. And then probably my most viewed piece of content on YouTube, on the platform, is one that I don't know, maybe y'all have seen, but it's just one of my little boy, this guy, chilling on the couch, and like everybody was just noticing that everybody was using that Adele song at the time that was like really popular, and so he was just kind of being a sassy little boy who he's a dog, he doesn't do anything all day. I go out, I go work, I bust my ass like 8 hours a day, and then I come home and he's just chilling on the couch. So I'm like, look at this sassy little man just chilling on the couch like he's been at work all day. So I posted it, and it's that one song where it's like, I don't have to bring my girl to you. So I like, uploaded it like that, and I was like, he's a grown woman. He could do whatever like he wants, because that's like part of the sentiment of the song, right? So I posted it, and for obvious reasons, it went viral because people are kind of goofy, a little bit stupid these days with dumb stuff when it's just like, he's a dog, dude. he's just chilling. Like, don't make it about like in gender politics or any kind of politics of that nature. He's a dog. I was just making a joke. We're just chilling on the couch. Just relax, man. But most people liked it. It got a lot of likes. It got a lot of views. It got a lot of likes. It was cool. And I saw a connection there, and that was kind of where the wheels started to turn a little bit. And I was like, if I stay consistent with this, and and I like kind of laser focus it a little bit more to what I want it to be. Always with animals, always, right, man? Like, come on, like they're animals, man. I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. Like, and also therein lies the rub too. The channel there, I was like, if that's like the type of hate that most people give out anyway, I don't I don't care. I can sarcastically deal with most of the hate in the comment section because I find it a little bit fun. Call me sadistic, whatever. But I don't look for it. You know what I mean? It's just if it comes across, I'll make a silly comment and then I'll either like delete it or I'll like just move on with my day and forget that it even happened. And some of them I don't even see it come up because YouTube also filters some of that stuff out by themselves. So sometimes I don't even see it. But I've always had the attitude, just like everyone who gets into any kind of online stuff where you're putting your stuff out in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of millions of billions of people. Like, you just gotta have that kind of attitude with it because haters gonna hate, people gonna be stupid, people not gonna get it. The ones that do get it are the ones that you're looking to connect with. You know what I mean? And that's, like I said, therein lies the rub of the channel where I started like being like, well, that's it right there. You know what I mean? Like, even through that little kind of quote unquote viral moment there, like it, I was like, okay, I could do that. And so I kind of just decided, like, all right, I'm gonna laser focus it. And I've always been a really artistic person. Obviously, since I was 6, I've played guitar. I've drawn about the same age. I've been drawing. I haven't so much in recent times been very artistic because I've been like out working a lot and like just the grind, the real life grind. And I was never really able to kind of like capitalize or turn. I hate to use that word, but like turn my passions into something that was something I can earn a living at. And uh, the other part, the other I guess rub of the channel, how the kind of was like, you know what, you really should just do it, is more or less like kind of realizing, and I have a couple like special people to thank for this, but like and y'all know who you are, but was realizing like how much like how good I was at a lot of the things that I had spent a lot of my time in my life questing after being good at. You know what I mean? So I was like, if I could use all of it and put it towards this thing that I really want to do with my life, which has always been on the creative side of things. I always loved storytelling, and I always loved visual art. There was a big, just huge between that and music and all of that stuff. It's always been like a saving grace, a godsend. It's always been my redemption. It's always been the place where I found solace. It's always been whether I was like out on the road on the motorcycle, on the back of a horse, like in game or in real life, like all of that stuff. I was just like, I can do this. So I like I said, I laser focused it, brought it down to something that I've been working on for like a really really long time. I've always been interested in creative writing, and a lot of my focus in college when I got my degree had to do with writing, literature, psychology, a lot of different things, but it was through the lens of the focus of like the Middle Ages and stuff like that. Instead of using like just a more broader kind of term, which is funny because like the degree is a little bit difficult to explain sometimes. Where you're like, oh, it's a multidisciplinary degree, and people are like, oh, that kind of means broad. Like, no, it's a little bit more specialized, but it's specialized in a way that just looks at like a lot of things in a specialized. I don't know. It's hard through a lens, basically, but so it's goofy, but like realizing that, and then like I said, laser focusing it onto the creative side of things, that I've always been working on this story of kind of a character that would go through a lot of different things and a lot of sort of similar things that I may have gone through in life too. But a character that kind of it's hard. I don't want to like put labels on it or anything like that because it's a different character. It's not necessarily he's clearly not a hero character, and I wouldn't necessarily call him an anti-hero character, although he does portray a lot of things that like anti-heroes as characters are. Like he is a lot of those things. But I just without having everything kind of all down, I don't want to put him in a box per se just yet, because as a writer, and I'm sure there's a lot of you other creative people out there too that have joined me in the channel and joined me in the Discord and stuff like that. I'm sure a lot of you can realize that like the whole process is like becoming acquainted with the character, is becoming acquainted with the characters in that character's story, and knowing them on like a weird personal level. And early on in my college career, when I was in like gen ed courses and learning English, taking English courses and stuff like that for gen eds, I had this one teacher that initially was really abrasive. I was kind of standoffish and really like the class, but eventually she became one of my more like professors, and she she kind of taught me a lot of stuff too about writing, and it's specifically about the characters, and how even fiction characters are real. They're just as real as the next person you meet on the street. You know what I mean? They exist in their own fictional world, obviously, but they're real. They're very real. They're very real to the person that created them. They're very real to the people that are reading the character and interpreting the character. And I think that I've done a decent job of putting that character into the art that I've been kind of putting out on YouTube, but more or less for the more being specific of it, of why I even started the stream, was that he's in a book. I've been writing it for a while. I've been thinking about it, and like a good majority of it is up here, but there are pages everywhere that are scattered all over, physically, on paper with pen and everything, that depict this like kind of an old western like assassin type character, and I just saw a lot of similarities with a lot of like modern characters, and I take a lot of inspiration from them too because I grew up with a lot of them, like really like my generation, and we're all millennials, and some of us are a little bit older, some of us are kind of on the younger spectrum of it, but like we all grew up with different heroes than like what a lot of like the older generations were used to and stuff like that too. So it's just a different. I want to put it into like a real like serious thing, and like I said, I once I had the laser focus, I put it all into the character, into this whole thing. And as somebody who's always loved westerns and stuff like that too, obviously I played Red Dead Redemption 1, I played Red Dead Redemption 2, I play Red Dead Online almost as if I live there. Like I have tons of hours in the game, and it's not to say that I don't accomplish anything in real life. Obviously I do, and obviously I've gotten the hate comments, which are hilarious because it's like you have no idea who I am or where I've been, dude. I've been all over the world, and it's funny. But and again, that's the whole attitude that I take with it. It's just funny because it is. It's likely a child that's never been anywhere. So I more or less at the end of the day feel bad for them, but it's neither here nor there. Really, the character is kind of what's important, and putting all of it out there. And like I said, that's kind of the origin stories of the character and of the channel. Where I'd like to take it is I'd like to finish the book sometime inside the end of like this year. It would be really cool if I could sit down with even like a little block of time each week, like a day or 2 days, and get it done, like all done. Get all the stuff like that's on pages together, get all the stuff that's out of my head onto paper, edit the crap out of it, and get it down to where I feel like it's good and set to go, and then either indie publish it or get it published, and then look for a way to turn it into a film, which I think would be really cool because I've always also been extremely interested in, like I said, the visual storytelling aspect of a lot of things too. So I need to do that for my story so I can start sharing it. Yeah, see, and that's part of this whole venture for me has been getting it together and then sharing it at this like almost at the same time. That's kind of why I have found a little bit of I think a nicer connection with a lot of you guys, like the subs, and a lot of the guys that I've met, some of you that I've met in real life too. Like it's a deeper connection, and I appreciate that. And I also feel like that there needs to be more of that on the internet. Like more than anything nowadays, you know what I mean? So, like, if I could just put that my genuine art out there and everyone enjoy it and everyone consume it and everyone be like, you know what, that was really awesome. That made me think a lot about X, Y, Z, whatever. Then that's my goal. You know what I mean? That's ultimately what I'd like to do. Yeah, that would be awesome. Would be awesome. And the other thing too with the channel that I've seen is like the ability of the channel to kind of like build a community, right? And that's been something that's been a little bit mind blowing for me too. It's just like the fact that like there's a whole bunch of you guys out there that are just as creative as me, just as thoughtful as I, just as you know what I mean. Because you know a lot of the things that go on in the world, it tells you there's not a lot of people out there like that with you know genuine concern for the world or themselves and the mark that they kind of want to leave behind on the world. You know what I mean? And it's not so much a like a legacy type mentality of the old world or anything like that. It's just you know what I leave behind. You know when my time comes. You know, it's just like I just don't want all of it to kind of be for a whole bunch of nothing. You know, and if I can turn it all into something where I am like creatively outputting and I am making a living and I am like sharing and then also having like a net positive you guys, even as just a community, even if it's not like the internet as a whole, because who could care less about that as a whole, really, honestly, you know what I mean? But exactly, community building, and real life community building too. You know what I mean? Like you network with the people inside the ghost channel that are right next to you. You know what I mean? Like, cause that's the other thing that's been really eye opening for me is that there's lots of us out there. There's lots of ghosts out there that are creative that want to build their lives around that kind of thing and they definitely should by all means like go for that in every with every like aspect of your being you should go after that like 100% because like otherwise you're just suffering for some other rich guy to make a bunch of money basically really. Don't tell him I said you would. I don't tell him I said that but the last part. It's fun to get to know everyone through the chats and the Discord. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, see, and that's exactly that's my sentiment too with building the community and the only even real reason I kind of decided to go with like the building the community route was not because like that's kind of like the typical YouTuber route to go. It's just I saw the response like from the art because like initially I was just gonna post. I was just gonna post and not even like respond to anything, not even talk, not like anything, like not show my face, nothing like that. And probably for a while, like this is gonna be the most that most of you guys get. But you know what I mean? Unless we hit some crazy kind of heights and you guys are like, just take it off, then okay, fine, we'll do it then. But for now, we'll keep it on. But yeah, and it really is. It's been a lot of fun, like meeting all of you guys and getting to know all of you guys on a like a personal level too, and like interacting with you guys even individually, kind of. Oh, Rachel, thank you, man. That's so sweet of you. Thanks. Thank you. I'll be one of those. Hell yeah, dude. Cool. I hope that you can stick around for a little bit because I feel like I owe you some music now. Yeah, dude, it has been a lot of fun, and getting to like ride with people in Red Dead has been a really cool thing too, because I spent, as you can see too on the channel, there's lots of hours, lots of hours. There's just kind of solo me riding out there, so it's cool to meet people that are like on the same wavelength and are just a lot of fun to play with like that, and there's never like a. I feel like even with just the four of us, and I'd say this just because it's been us recently in the past like 2 weeks, but I've met other people, but they come and go and that good stuff. But with this, it's different. But you don't owe me anything. I'm just grateful for the community and excited to support your vision. Rachel, that's awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Hey, come on, you smell this tripod, you big fool. You smelled it already. You smelled it when it first got here. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. But yeah, riding with you guys has just been even like kind of an eye-opening experience because like I always usually would keep to myself, and most of the people I'd play with wouldn't even, I'd jump back online, and they wouldn't even like probably not even paying attention to the little like notifications up in the right-hand corner or whatever, which is fine. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying he's like looking for everything, but we do have a good team dynamic with Demo on top of Smurf. It is fun. Stop! Hey, no! Quit it! Stop biting each other and back up. Stop it! Stop! Goofy, tell him. Don't fight him too hard though, cause he's a baby. God. Would like enjoy that. I'm so excited he needs to eat his sister. Well, she was trying to tell him to knock it off. Because I think she picked up on me telling him to knock it off. What she was saying, knock it off. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, look, you know, the community is there for whatever you guys want to share. And, you know, everybody so far has kind of shared all of their own individual interests. And some of the, I know two of you guys have even put, you know, you put your own like personal kind of like stories and stuff into threads and stuff like that. You know, Rip is one of the original guys that did that. After me just kind of putting a little paragraph of something that I put together for the character that I'm working on, and for the story and the book and all that stuff. But yeah, but that's what the community's for, man. It's for everybody to kind of share whatever everybody's into, and well, for all of us to kind of just chill and find our people to hang out with, you know. So and also too, there's a bunch of you know, we've got a couple. There's a couple other you know, small creators that are in the Discord that are like right around the same. You know, I've got Doom Agent Doomslayer. He's got a good little following going on YouTube too. He's got his own Discord. Y'all are all welcome to join his Discord too. There's Marvel Fox, who just kind of started hanging out a little bit recently, man, too, and he's got his own little setup that he's been building and he's working on. You know, I let all them speak for themselves, but they're all free to share links into the Ghost team. Like it's a Ghost team. We're all Ghost team, man. You know what I mean? And we're all gonna, all of us are gonna grow on YouTube together, more so than kind of being separate from each other. You know what I mean? And whatever your vision is, you know what I mean, just laser focus onto it. Kind of how I was just explaining how I did a little bit too, you know, and you know, find the niche. And there's definitely but there's definitely a niche on the internet for any one or all of those things that you mentioned. And I know our community is like a found family, if you want to even call it like that, because a lot of us, you know what I mean, we've all found each other in times of loneliness, in times of being hard, like hard times and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I remember Shadow mentioning to me, like, kind of personally, that, you know, he felt like that it was nice that he was able to come and you know, find people that he related with and talk about games that he enjoyed gaming with and stuff like that. Even Strawberry Yellow has said before too, how, you know, with all the kind of crazy nonsense going on in the world, our streams, like yours particular, Nova, yours and mine, when we were playing schedule, I think with Strawberry, she mentioned that you know, she feels safe, like kind of hanging out, and that's definitely the intent, like behind the community too. I mean, you as a mod, both in chat and in Discord too, Nova, you know that there's only one golden rule that I really care about, is that you just treat everybody in the community how you want to personally be treated. And if you don't, and someone lets me know that that's happening, you'll get banned really quickly. Or if I know about it, you'll get banned really quickly. We've only had to do that once so far, so I'd say we got a pretty good track record going. I And we've already started building a more meaningful community than, oh, yeah, it's more meaningful. See, it's more meaningful than some people know. Yeah, see, yeah, exactly. And I'm glad we could be there for you, man. Like, that's kind of the whole thing too. Is another thing that like I've always found a lot of kind of personal solace even in some of the other YouTubers that I watch that aren't huge. They're not like gigantic YouTubers. They've got like 2 and 3 million followers and stuff like that. So they're making a living, but they're not huge by any means, and that's not necessarily even the direction that I want to go. If it happens, that would be crazy. That'd be awesome. I'd be blessed, as would the entire community that built it all up and got there too, because it would all come back to the community, but in a way that I can't even like fathom right now. But I know it would. But yeah, thank you though, Rachel. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. I know that's kind of a little bit personal even to just come out on a limb and say. So I appreciate that, man. It could. Hey, I'm not saying it can't. And I wouldn't complain if it didn't either. You know what I mean? Like I said, especially with what I know I have kind of in my mind for the story and all that stuff, is definitely what I'm trying to do. So, Gandhi's flip flop. What's up, man? How you doing? That's got to be a relic worth a lot. Gandhi's flip flop. And mostly in the wisdom that is probably seen walking around. Are you a left-handed guitarist or is it inverted? No, I'm actually a right-handed guitarist. I think it's just the camera, because it's like the front-facing camera, so maybe it's like mirroring it backwards for you guys. I don't know, but yeah, it's a right-handed guitar. And that's the type of guitar. They're nylon strings. How you doing, man? Fenrir, you really need to quit the obsession with trying to smell my stuff. Come here, Wolf. Give me them fangs. Give me them big old fangs. Give me them big old fangs. Give me them big old wolf fangs, huh? Oh, you love to play too? Learning finger picking. Ooh, finger picking is a really awesome technique. You can make the guitar sound really pretty when you're good at it. I have to accomplish that feat slightly differently. But yeah, it is really, it can make the guitar sound really pretty when you can finger pick or mimic it well enough to. Give the puppy some screen time too. You give puppy wolfies some screen time too. Try not to get too much in their way. I'm not great, but good enough to really enjoy it. Music's the best. That probably means you're better than you're giving yourself credit for, man. Because I do the same thing to myself, and people tell me that I'm really good all the time. So you're probably better than you're giving yourself credit for, man. Do you share any music on YouTube? Or are you just still kind of in like a learning phase and not super comfortable with sharing it? I don't mind. Or am I asking too much? You tell me to shut up too. Depends if I'm messing up or not. No, I hear you, man. I hear you. No, I just love to play too. I've been in a lot of bands like throughout my life. I'm like 36 now, so I've been in a couple bands, but nothing that ever got like really super far. And so I've always just been kind of a lover of music, and I just love to play. And I used to really kind of just do it for myself at a certain point, but it's just something that I've kind of started doing recently here on the stream, just to pass the time with the doggies in the yard and talk about stuff and hang out. The puppy's messing with the stick of wood in the back. Playing outside is the best vibe, dude. I've been doing that since. So I've been playing. I don't know if I said this already, but I've been playing guitar since I was like 6 years old. But yeah, playing outside is the best vibe. It's like almost the only vibe, really. Especially if you're like jamming on acoustic. But yeah, playing outside is it's the vibe. It's like almost the only vibe. Rachel, stop it. Thanks, man. Thank you. This guy said do triplets. Like, talking about some metal stuff, man. Tidy on that, bro. Nice. Thanks, man. About it, here we go. Oye, hey, cálmate. No, cállate, Aquiles. Hey. It would be cool to have your. I think it would be too. I think it would be too. At least some of it. I don't know if I could write all of it. I might need help writing the score for an entire, like hour, 2 hour long thing. But it would be cool, I think, to include it in there too. That's what you get for chewing on sticks, dummy. Yeah, even One Piece would be awesome. Last tune could be in a Tarantino film for sure. Yeah, that last tune is a little bit of a song called La Malagueña. It's a mad good song. If you ever like wanted to like learn how to finger pick too, like flamenco style stuff, it's mad good. I can't necessarily do it, so I have to kind of like make my own way. But yeah, they got some crazy like finger picking skills in flamenco style stuff, man. I know that is that is a really awesome idea. It would be cool to have some of it in there. They really would. A little dirt in your eye or something, dude. Let me get it. Let me get it, man. Wolfie coming in giving me kisses and making me mess up. Oh, you're silly. Oh, you're silly. You're silly. And then the big guy, the big guy, the big jealous wolf. You have to come and say hello. He's a good wolf. He's a big good wolf. He's a big wolf. He's a good wolf. They got look out. They got look out. Dang mosquitoes. You guys are dirty, man. Me and my strings all dirty. You have to clean them, change them. No, I know they are. They're so adorable. I love them. Trying to figure out like another part to that to add to that. As a starter for a pre-chorus or chorus? Ooh, a major chord. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Okay. Let me try that. I'm gonna have to mess with it. I'm gonna have to mess with it. That's a good idea, though. Like up a third from your starting chord. So up a third from the. Definitely up something from the A. And I was thinking, should it transition on the A minor, or like you're gonna go into the next part, but then instead of going to the, you go to. I don't know. gonna have to play with it. Yeah, A minor. Oh, Gandhi, I'm from the U.S., man. We're streaming in the U.S. We are streaming in the U.S. Yeah, it starts in it's A minor, then C, and then G, and then back to A minor again. Yeah, yeah. And that's literally about as far as my musical knowledge goes, by the way, Rachel. So it's just the names of like basic. Yeah, there's a capo on the second fret. Yeah, that's why it sounds a little bit higher. Yeah. No, you're good, dude. You're good. Like I said, man, like I don't have super lot like experience like reading music and it's been so long that I've for sure forgotten how to read tabs. So like jamming and stuff like that, and like I hate. I just feel I just yeah, do it, man. Go for it. It's good. Nerd out, man. But I could use the help. Is what I'm trying to say. I could use the help, dude. Especially if I'm gonna end up writing music for an entire movie. I'll definitely need the help. In my ear is all I use. Yeah, no, my guitar instructor when I was like a teenager, he was like, I don't know if I made the biggest mistake of my life or the best mistake of my life. Oh yeah, heck yeah, dude, I'll collab. Like I said, I really don't know a lot about music, but like I can learn songs pretty well on guitar. I mean, so yeah, we could definitely collab, man. And I'd definitely be down to do some like music writing together. You have no idea how long it's been too since I like jammed with other musicians. It'd be fun as hell. Like I said, my music experience, like as far as reading stuff though, not so great. But yeah. Also, there's like the power of the synergy here on YouTube, right, Rachel? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd like collab with you, and then the two of us can like grow our channels a little bit. That'd be awesome. That'd be really awesome. I'd be so down for that. Oh shit, you got drums, guitars. Oh, you got drums? I can play drums too. I can keep a beat. I can do some fills and stuff too. I hate saying this, but it's always my G string that gets out of tune, dude. It's always that one that gets out of tune. Every guitar I've ever owned, it's this one. It's sitting in like the humidity, you're playing it for a little while. It's always the damn G string. Like, oh my god, this is a G string. Like none of the other ones ever get out of tune. It's always that one, dude. But yeah. Been messing about with a G match and moving into last year with a 6. Finger picking. Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Like especially if you add in like a little bit of those like hammer-ons and pull-offs and stuff like that with some of the finger picking too, dude. It sounds so beautiful. some tiki torches and we'll be chilling outside. Nailed tight, bro. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I can't take a whole lot of credit for all of my stuff. I did have a really good guitar instructor. That was the one I was saying earlier. Like, he's like, I don't know if I made the greatest mistake teaching you to use your ear or not, because like he knew that I was never gonna try to go learn to read music after that. When some of the pull-offs I gotta do, man, too, I have to do that for doing any kind of like mimicking of finger picking with like my pinky down at the end. Hey, Fenrir, let your sister go. She's egging him on, though. She's totally egging him on. What I need to do, though, to finish that one is to sit with it and just strum it in like its most basic, you know what I mean, without like finger picking or doing anything fancy. Something like that kind of thing. And enthusiasm's the driving force behind it. That's for sure. That is for sure. That was the best piece of advice, Gandhi, that I've ever got in my entire life. And if anybody takes any piece of advice from me ever, it's that if there's a will to do something, dude, there's a way. Like, it doesn't matter what is your limitations, your physical limitations, your whatever it is. If there's a will to do it, there's a way to do it. And you'll figure that shit out. Borderline obsession. Yeah, no, I love music too. Get him. You get him. You say you say leave her alone. Tell him. No, you being bold. Come here. Get over here. You being bold, big wolf. Get over here. Get over here, you big ass. Sit. 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 That's it. Sit. You causing too much. Sit. Enjoying the stream concert. Gotta go, guys. Oh, okay. Good luck at work, man. Enjoy. And try to have fun while you're there anyway. Take care, Nanette. Thank you for coming by. I'll give you your shout out now because you're a member. So, shout out to Nanette. Thank you for the membership. Wolfie is being crazy. Tell him, Akila, you tell him. Get out of here. You tell him. You pick on someone your own size. You can't pick on someone your own size. Take the both of them. Yeah. You. Like, I just want to be a part of it. I'm a little guy. Bye, Nanette. Thank you for coming by, Nanette. We'll miss you while you're at work, man. Don't have too much fun without us. Oh. Gotta leave that one alone for a little bit. Oh, thank you, Ravna. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out, man. Good luck in the other stream. Hopefully all goes well. Take care, man. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. It's always good to see you. Josh Harmon. Much love. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Shoot, I'll be right back, Ghost. I gotta give me a drink. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be right back, though. So what about you guys? You got any questions for me about the channel, like how it got started and anything like that at all? Or do you guys got any questions you just want to ask me in general? I'm gonna go for a little bit longer. If you do, type them in chat. I'll be right back. My coffee's about to be warmed up. I'll be right back. Just make sure they don't knock the guitar over. It is a little expensive and sentimental also, but No, nada, 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 nada. Cool. You still chilling in chat there, Gandhi? I'm just curious where you're watching from, man. If you are still chilling in chat, if not, it's cool. Whatever. I can't think of any questions. Yeah, no, it's all good. I guess I'd love to know more about the story. Yeah. Like, what about it? Just like more about it in general. The origins of the character. Yeah. I didn't even really get a chance to touch on that too much. We mostly talked about the channel. Um, yeah. So the origins, I guess, like some of the, I could talk about that for a little bit. Some of the inspiration for the character came from a lot of different places, and like I guess like his technical like origin stories is that he's like he's a native. Like his mother was native, his father was like an English person, or not English, a European person, English, French. You pick your European white dude. Um, uh, and so his mother had a lot of like that still ties to the native uh, culture and things like that, despite like all the efforts of colonialism and colonialists, loyalists, or whatever you want to call them. They weren't loyalists by that time, but English was probably like long gone by the late 1800s anyway. But yeah, more or less, he's like kind of a native character. So there's a lot of struggling with like identity in the character and dealing with like being pretty much like, I don't want to say like half one and half the other, because it's like percentage is different, and all of it's really measured, especially when it comes down to like native culture. It's all measured in like the matriarch, so it's like all matrilineal is how the like ancestry happens. So his native tribe that I'm kind of like including in the story as canon is going to be the same tribe that I come from, the Mohawk tribe, the native Mohawk tribe of like the northeastern part of the Iroquois Confederacy, which originally was 5 tribes, and later towards the end included 6 tribes. But the Mohawk were the keeper of the eastern door. So like the northeastern part of the Confederacy, they held that, like guarded that. And there's also all kinds of like myths and secrets about around like what they were actually guarding and stuff like that. Learning about them in school in Maine. I bet Maine probably taught more about the native Iroquois than a lot of schools did. I know my high school did a sort of decent job of teaching it, but I personally kind of quested after it a little bit more, because I knew that my parents were like my parents were like very detached from it. They really didn't give a crap about any of that, like the culture that they came from or any of that stuff. And but I did. So I spent a lot of time when I was in like the early years of my college taking courses on specifically the Iroquois tribe and how they interacted with settlers and stuff like that. A lot of like first-hand accounts and stuff like that too. The professor had us read, and he was married to a Mohawk that was banded in the tribe and stuff like that too. So he was a good source of information, because a lot of it came from her too. So it was good, It's a good class to take. He was a good professor. Yeah, the Mohawk tribe. They have the Mohawk tribe is how the white man calls us, or calls them. I'm not banded, so I don't like immediately identify with it. I know that my great grandmother was, so, and they all trace it through the matriarch, so I know I am, and I can kind of see it in this too. And but yeah, if you read about the Mohawk tribe, they were usually like a pretty hardy tribe, and they were very like they were one of the sort of more secluded tribes of the Confederacy, because they mostly kept to the north and the northeast, and they would migrate a little bit between east and west, sometimes a little bit south, but never too much. Um, they were one of the tribes too that like a lot of people didn't, or a lot of the Confederacy didn't like messing with. That's why they kind of pulled them into the Confederacy too, because they were very warlike, I guess, and they were not particularly merciful. Let's just put it that way. I mean, just like any race of beings, any culture of people, like they've all experienced war. War is a part of humanity sometimes, you know. It's sad, but it's true. It's cool. The Iroquois tribe, I remember learning about them too. I don't know if I remember that much. I remember the names at least. Yeah. Well, they did. Like I said, a lot of the schools up north specifically did a little bit of like an attempt to actually talk about the tribes, and they did so in a somewhat respectful manner. There's a lot of whitewashing that goes on with it, but if you kind of pursue that knowledge either after school, or if you meet somebody like me or someone that knows the culture, knows the history and stuff like that too, they can tell you more about it, and then you can learn that way too. But they they're they're a cool tribe, and that's kind of where the ghost character comes from. He comes from that tribe of natives, and like that's what his mother was, and it's set right in around the time that Red Dead Online is set. Like, my story was going to take place between like 1867 ish and like 1898 and like 1900 or so. That was kind of like the area that I was shooting for the story to take place in. Wolf Clan, Wolfhawk. Aho! He was vicious. Yeah, they were pretty crazy. Aho, Marble, how are you doing, man? How's it going, brother? But yeah, so that's kind of the area where the time period where the story's always been taking place, and I'd always taken a lot of inspiration actually when I was younger from like Assassin's Creed, and I always wanted to make an assassin that was either set in the medieval period or one that was set in the old Western times. And so my character just kind of fits so perfectly well with like the old Western times, and I don't know, it all kind of worked well. And there was one time in Red Dead Online where I kind of like did some short edits where I just used like audio from like Ghost, like from Call of Duty, like with the skull mask and all that stuff too. And I don't know, I just kind of edited it so that it looked like, the audio was like somewhat like a believable dialogue of the people talking in the Red Dead cutscenes. And oh, Sail. How's it going, brother? Doing well, good. But yeah. So that's where a lot of the other traction too for the whole like ghost kind of like moniker came about, and a lot of the whole ghost name is really more an attitude than it is like a specific character anyway. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of why I call everybody that hangs out in chat ghosts too, because we're all kind of that same mental headspace. I feel like anyway. At least when I meet you guys and I talk to you all, for sure. Oh yeah, Marble, that's Bikini, by the way. Rachel that's chilling in chat. The one that was being goofy that one night that we were all hanging out by. I think we were all hanging out by the bounty poster, and like my internet cut out, and I was already like eyeballs scratchy, like tired, like staring at the like with a 1,000-yard stare at the screen, and like the internet cut out, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to bed. This is a good sign to go to bed. And I went to bed that night, but I think y'all were chilling by the bounty thing, and I remember hearing that Rachel, you were being quite hilarious after I got off. I know Marvel said something. I know Demo said something. I'm pretty sure Demo said something, and then I know Papa said something too. And I was like, yeah, Rachel's cool. Rachel's good people. She's a good ghost like the rest of us, man. She's good people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Probably stick with Gecko for now. Oh, see, man, I mean, no, but you don't necessarily even have to do it around a character. The character thing just kind of was more or less. I did that because that was kind of what I want the ultimate focus to be, is more or less on the character and not like me or the games that I'm playing or like whatever. You know what I mean? Even though obviously, there's some of the character that gets embedded when you're the one that's like writing it and doing it all. Some of that character gets like embedded in your story. Obviously, that's you. Some of you gets embedded in your own character. Obviously, you know what I mean. But yeah, he's like, to this very day, I still do not know if they're alive. Yeah, well, like I said, dude, we're all having such a good time. You never know at that point. It could have been anything. Man, us four, like the three of you guys got, well, all of us, we got a kind of a good chemistry going together, man. And I think it's pretty funny. And Marvel, you're always more than welcome to join us too whenever we're out on the road. The only reason I was saying to, and I think I explained it to Papa Smurf one time, is that like four is kind of the magic number, is just because I don't have that private lobby thing set up. I got that private lobby thing set up with him and everything. Once I do that, I've been a little bit busy today. Like I really gotta stop being lazy about it, get it set up. But it'd be mad fun to chill with like everybody, just kind of cruising. Even if like one person goes off, does their own thing, comes back, you know what I mean? Because then you could do that without worrying about like, modders and griefers, all that crap. But yeah, I'm not sure if I remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, see, man, and that's the thing. It's like we were all just joking, happy, laughing that whole night. It was pretty funny. Like after we had, and I think too, Marvel, you had joined up with us, and I'm pretty sure I had been almost streaming by that time for like 8 hours. I think I was like 10 minutes short of an 8 hour stream. But yeah, and I was tired too, so I couldn't tell you what they were laughing at before I got off either. I was so exhausted, man. But I know before I got off though, I know we were all joking, laughing about a ton of shit. And then you joined up with us, and we were like about to go do a bounty. But like I said, I've been going for like almost 8 hours at that point. I was quickly running out of steam. The internet cut out, and I was like, yeah, you know what? That's a good sign. I need some sleep. Some sleep. I'm thinking about making a private lobby. I don't grieve, and I hate when people do it to me. Yeah, bro. No, I know because you was talking about that on like one of the bounties too. You were talking about. I was like, God damn, bro. All I want to do is hunt in peace, hunt in peace. Like take a bounty in peace. Like you know what I mean? And I'm all about like consensual role playing. Like if someone wants to play the outlaw, you know what I mean. As long as you're not like, doing like cheats where you're unkillable and all this crap. Like, and if you want to like set up like scenarios too, and like do like kind of how you were talking about one time, you want to do like cinematic stuff too, man. Like you want to set that kind of stuff up. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm all for like writing little mini short stuff too, because that would hone me and my craft too. You know what I mean? Like I'd be able to get better at do some of the stuff that I want to like ultimately do with the character and all that stuff too. So like I'd be so down for all that shit. Like you know, I was even telling Papa like, bro, I want you to be able to buy all the stuff that I wear so that I could like film you just like doing shit in my thing, so that I could be the camera for it. You know what I mean? Like I could film you running across a rooftop. I could film you getting like some of the melee kills that look mad cool in like a better shot than like the cinematic shots and stuff like that. But RP is fun, but you gotta plan that. Yeah, you've got to plan it a little bit. You got to plan it a little bit. There's definitely like a magic, I think, dude, in like some of it being improv. You know what I mean? But just not to the point where you're like a 12-year-old trying to be the coolest dude in the scenario, in the scene. You know what I mean? Because I did RP for a long time when I was younger too. I did like I desperately wanted to do GTA roleplay.
like for a long time. I even set up a Discord server. I had a whole bunch of like stuff going on. I was like participating in all the different like other servers that were doing it too, and I was like a cop, I was a civilian, I did all kinds of stuff. Like it's hilarious. It was hilarious. But yeah, I'm a photographer and film in my own game scenes. Right. You need a camera for you? I got you, bro. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. No, like I said, like I was saying too. Like if we get that private lobby set up too, we could actually like plan stuff out too. So it's like cool, and we could sit there. You know what I mean? And even like stream that. You know what I mean? Let's be like live action, like behind the scenes, like us setting up scenes, us setting up stuff that we're gonna edit later. You know what I mean, or whatever. And that like you might be capturing, that I'm capturing, that we're both capturing, and then we like both edited or something. You know what I mean? Like either way, like you edit a version, I edit a version, we both edit one together. Anything like that. That'd be fun too. I've always been down for that, and I think it'd be cool as hell too if we got like a whole like a private server and we got like 4 or 5 of us together. You know what I mean? We could definitely get something cool going like that. That'd be fun. It'd also be, I think, other content that out there that people would be definitely interested in watching, because I know people love RP content on in so many contexts, like despite the people that are like, oh, cringy role players do this, cringy role players do that, like you shut up, dude, you're role playing in some way. I bet you are in your own little like some way. Yeah, dude, you could definitely help with music. We could definitely make some scores for that, and I think it'd be cool as hell. I think it would be cool as hell. I'll have to make like a. I was telling Papa this too, just for the playability of us playing together in the private server. That I'd make like a little channel that has like a way for you guys to go like watch the video, and anybody that didn't know how to do it, like to because there's people out there that don't know how to, but like to edit the startup files and all the meta there, so that you can launch into the private server and all that shit. But that channel could be a good spot too for all of us being like, hey, I got something that I want to film tonight. Would anybody be available to come help me do that? And for you, Rachel, too, to be like, oh, I got music, and then of course, always we throw the credits in. You know what I mean? Music by Ms. Rachel Rage. Oh yeah, heck yeah. I think it'd be mad fun for sure. It's all part of, like I said earlier too, like growing the community, like you know my character, the story for that, and everybody else that's involved too, man. Like anybody else that's involved, like, and especially if everyone's got like experience in certain stuff, which everybody does. Everybody's got experience like in something, and they're, you know what I mean. And even if they got experience and they're not necessarily great at something, like they might have experience at something else that they don't realize that they're good at yet either. You know what I mean? So that's also what I mean by too, like if the channel does get to like big huge heights, and the character goes out and does well, and then I do turn it into a film and it all does well, I'd love all of the day one homies that were here with me at day one, that have skill and have all of that like knowledge and stuff like that, to be part of the bigger process too. Like, stop eating and licking stuff. You shouldn't, man. How you end up getting sick? Your tummy hurts. You know your tummy hurting. You silly goose. You silly goose wolf. I want the private lobby and I'll kick it together too. Hell yeah. I want the hunt, I want the bounties. We don't have to be in a fight. Yeah, no, we don't have to be. Well, we can be. We can also be. We can also be the posse. And we can meet in Mountain. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Resupply, swap a bounty story or two. Hell yeah, dude. See, now what you're talking about, Marvel, is borderline one of those those Red Dead, but or like those old school like Minecraft SMP servers, but Red Dead, and that would be fun as shit too. Just to have characters that all get along and have stories with each other and are goofy with each other and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Shoot the shit, go hang out by the fire, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Put on voices, do different characters. Hell yeah. Develop all our crafts and stuff. Make music for it. That'd be mad fun. We should look into the Elder Scrolls Online sometime. Elder Scrolls Online too. That would be fun. That'd be fun too. I've always liked Skyrim back in the day. It'd be cool to like make my own character in Elder Scrolls Online too. It's been a minute. But that would definitely be mad fun. It's like a Red Dead server where we all just kind of do our own things and meet up with each other. It'd be cool as hell to bring back the like proximity voice chat for that too. We could like mod that in somehow. That'd be cool as shit. We could be like off a distance from someone and kind of hear their voice to the point where they gotta like project it to be able to hear them better. If you getting them, Lucy, you tell them, man. You tell them. Y tú también, monkey. ¿Ah? Y tú también, bonito boy. El chiquitito. El chiquitito con el más grande persona. Yeah. Yeah, you are like, you got a whole persona about you, little boy. I also think people would enjoy watching that too. Just hanging out and checking that out. And like I said too, all of it, the community and everything like that, all of it is building it up as like a thing where all of us can benefit from the community and give back to it and keep building it so that it's all stronger and everybody's better for it in the end, I think, man. Listen, as the resident XD SMP fan, that is how SMPs work. I'll argue that it's more fun when some characters don't get along. Well, see, but that kind of stuff you would want. I feel like you'd want to script it in so it doesn't get so ridiculous and out of hand that people are hamming it up just for the camera. You know what I mean? Because then it becomes like someone's just trying to get attention over the other one. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being goofy about it too, but especially if it's like a giant role play server, like everybody there should be a little bit of scripting involved in it, you know what I mean, like to where like at least the ultimate outcome is like kind of understood by maybe some of the people involved in it. Maybe not all, it doesn't have to be all of it so that the reactions can be genuine, you know what I mean, but yeah, no, like as long as like, and you just got all these different characters that go with each other. And I know too that there are like Red Deaders and Red Dead streamers out there that are doing that too. Like they're doing it right now. You know what I mean? But I also feel like a lot of them don't have the chemistry that all of us have together. So that's all I'm saying. Listen, you gonna get him. You gonna get him. You gonna tell him who the boss is. You tell him. You say, "Stop it, Biggin. I'm the boss." Get him, Lucy. Yeah, that's how it fell apart. I'm the person who likes to spin a story. Well, see, spinning a story, there's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with that. There's definitely nothing wrong with it. As long as it doesn't like become like some giant like baby sandbox for like people with issues. I've just seen it go that way before, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying like there should be some agreement between all the players that it's like, we're not gonna be hamming it up just for attention. Nothing wrong with making a story, spinning a story, putting a crazy story together, making characters act and be weird with each other. And especially that's why I was saying earlier too, like I love the level of like improv that's in some of the like role playing scenarios that you can always get going, you know what I mean? Like it's good to keep some level of it. Like, yeah, script a little bit of it, but not the entire thing, so that it's just like all rote, memorization of lines and crap like that. Because then it's boring. Then it's boring as shit. It's a balance. Everything's about balance, man. You gotta strike a balance somewhere. I played a GTA 5 RP server. NPCs were zombies and real players or survivors. See, that's pretty cool. You had to eat, drink, build a base. I fell in love with RP server stuff after that. Yeah, me too, man. RP server stuff is really cool, especially in like a day and age when like a lot of that like satisfaction from doing that stuff in life doesn't genuinely exist without you like I don't even know how to describe it. Like without you seeking it out, you know what I mean? Like going camping or like the survival aspect and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like our lives are pretty much like a lot easier than most of those scenarios, and it's fun. There's a good bit of fulfillment in those scenarios. I think that you're touching on when you say that you fall in love with it too, because I do personally. Yeah, that's where I get it from anyway. I don't really like guns. Yeah, but you've been playing that one game recently though, haven't you? Getting a little bit more facing the not necessarily the fear of it, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. Also, as somebody with undiagnosed. I don't know. I've met so many people that are like, yeah, no, you are. But let's just say autistic tendencies. What's not to love about guns, man? Some of them got some cool stuff. Like especially the older ones. I love older guns. They're my favorite. Like anytime someone's like, oh yeah, guns, I'm like, yeah, they're cool and everything, but I like older ones, man. They're way cooler. They got all the little like clicks and the cylinder spins and like all that shit's cool. It's cool. That's why I can't stand too when like older generations of dudes are like, oh, I don't get the fidget spinners and stuff. Like, bro, you're talking. I'm talking to an older guy who has like 80 different like fidget spinner toys at home. They're just in the. I'm a bow and arrow autistic. Yeah, no, I love the bow and arrow too. I love the bow and arrow too. Bow's awesome. Right, Rachel? Though it's so true, man. Like you've got your own fidget spinner toys at home. You just don't call them fidget spinner toys. You call them like old collectible revolvers, or you call them your tools that you work on your old-fashioned car with, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and all dudes have that. All dudes have some kind of like fidget spinner toy for them. That's what they occupy their time with. You know what I mean? Like, get out of town, man. Get out of town, partner. You ain't fooling nobody but your goddamn self. Like, I don't understand kids these days. Bro, you were a kid one day. Back in the day. Put it that way. You were a kid at some point. All these younger generations and their silly stuff. I thought yours didn't have any silly stuff, man. Yeah, everyone has their thing. Certain people are obviously a little bit more like diagnosable, like autistic and everything like that for sure. But everybody does have a thing. Everybody's got like a thing. I don't care who you are. And mine in particular is music. I love playing the guitar. I love shooting a bow. I love riding horses because they provide a really awesome like autistic. They hit me right in the autistic ASMR. That's why my channel is mostly based around that. That's why I like too, I guess, to tie back to some of the origins of the story and the character and me being consistent with streaming and stuff like that. I would just sit there for hours, man, and listen to the horse gallop across the map and listen to the horse hoof beats against the dirt, against the versus how it sounds against the sand versus how it sounds like in the water versus how it sounds going across, brick cobblestone versus how it sounds going across like a wooden bridge or something like that. The attention to detail in that game gets me right in autism. I know that for sure. I need to start riding again IRL. I know, and I miss it too. Like that's why I like going there for hours on end. Is why I end up doing it too. Cause like believe you me too. Like once I can finish fixing up the house here, sell the place, get a little bit of land. That's another part of like the longer form content stuff that I want to have added to the channel, where I'm like doing, like trail rides on the horse and stuff like that live with you guys if I can figure it out, you know what I mean? Or even doing just like long form content where I'm like on the trail just talking shit to the camera or something. Something like that. But Lil Woody, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? But that's like the other part of the goal of the channel that I'd like to do too, is to really have that aspect of it, to like kind of bring more of what I love that I do in game and stuff like that to real life, and then also to show you guys and stuff like that. Well, Woody, the stream originally kind of started about me talking about the origins of the character and on the channel and the origins of the channel. But right now I'm just kind of chatting with a bunch of the people in chat and hanging out with my wolfies and my little boy in the backyard here. I might break out the guitar again a little bit and play some music before I call this stream. So welcome on in, man. Thank you. They are nice doggies. I got 2 wolf doggies and a little guy. The little guy I just showed you. So 3 dogs all together. Oh, you can't wait for the guitar? Alright, hey, we'll bust it out here in a minute. I think I gotta get something cold to drink first, because I got this coffee and it's kind of... Oh, it is a vibe, man. Playing outside. I've been playing guitar since... I was telling this with one of the other people that was hanging out in chat earlier while I was jamming. It is the vibe. Playing outside, the trees, hanging out with the dogs, man. It is a vibe. So, yeah, we'll get the guitar out here in a second. Been playing outside since I was a little kid too, man. And it is the vibe, almost. Especially when you're in the moment. But yeah, let's break it out here in a minute. He said, let me go grab something cold to drink. You guys don't mind hanging out with the wolfies, and I'll be back out with the guitar here in a second. They might want to come in with me though, who knows. I'll be right back. Come on, puppies. You're left. You're left. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Cheers. And before the phone gets knocked down, we get choose the different talk nonsense. I know, right, dude? Luckily, that didn't happen, though. Grab the guitar, we're good to go. We'll probably hang out here for a little bit, and then after that, I think I'm gonna maybe get a little snack or something like that, and then we'll be back streaming. We're gonna stream with Nova. We're gonna do some Schedule 1. Just get a little bit of chill streaming in tonight, hanging out, building up the Empire and Schedule. Oof. Fingies. Alright, let me make sure it's all in tune again. And we'll play something. I don't know what yet, but we'll play something. That's stupid straight. We're in tune now. And the wolf is back. What's up with the wolf? What we doing? Oh, pretty wolf. It's a pretty wolf girl. Yeah. Hello. Hello. can, dude. You can. You can definitely basically play the guitar. That would be a good song. That would be a mad good song. I like A Perfect Circle. I'm not a big fan of Maynard, but I like Perfect Circle. Hey, what's up, Hayden? Oh, you're good, man. We're just hanging out a little bit before we take a break and then start streaming some video games anyway, man. You're good, brother. You're good. You got any questions, Hayden? You got any questions about the origins of the channel, the origins of the character, Ghost, or anything like that? Be right back. Okay. He does got some good music. He do got some good music. That's true. That's true. That's true. I can play a little bit of some of Tool's stuff on the guitar, but you're not really supposed to play it on the guitar. It's like the one part I know of the one song, Schism, is meant for the bass, but it's a little bit difficult on the classical guitar. But or oh. Drop D's killing in the name of. Oh, that's a good song. That's a good song. If I had my electric guitar, I'd be jamming on that right now too, probably. I love a bunch of Rage Against the Machine songs, dude. They are like one of the other bands from when I was younger that definitely inspired me to like play music and stuff like that. For sure. Pink Floyd, Metallica, Rolling Stones, and Hendrix. I'm sure a bunch of others too, man, because I share a lot of those as well, man. Pink Floyd, Metallica for sure. Rolling Stones, I know a little bit of a little bit of like. kinds of music, man. And yeah, I got a whole bunch of inspiration from different places too. The Fed, you fed there, Vincent? You fed? I'm honored. How did that get so out of whack? Song, can't you hear me? Not enough songs. That intro will melt galaxies. It definitely will. It definitely will. Why do I wear the mask? To hide my face, man. To hide my face. No, I'm just kidding. I wear it because it's the character, man. Exactly. See, Marble knows. Marble knows. He knows. He knows. You saw a person that looks like me. They're wearing a mask too, like this, with the little skull thing on. There's lots of people out there that do that, man. There's lots of content creators that also wear the mask and do the little skull thing too. Yeah, I mean, I've been told that actually, Hayden, by a bunch of people. They're like, "You look like this streamer. You look like this anime character. You look like this other persons that I know." Yeah, I've been said that. I've been told that before. Yeah, and a donkey grill. Yep. Make a steam train, take a dirt road. Damn. That was good. That was good, dude. Oh, no, I know you're playing. That was funny, though. Holy shit. That was good. You got 3 Russian teeth at Donkey Grill, make a steam train, take a dirt road. Woo! Oh, man, that's funny. That shit is funny, dude. Yeah, just keep messing with that, man, and I think I'll come up with something. Mountain's back. Hey, Mountain, what's going on, man? Oh, you found me. You found it, Hayden. Did you send it to me? You sent me the dude that you saying looks like me? He's another YouTuber, he said. Oh, it's a picture of Uncle, isn't it? You trolling me, aren't you? You don't have no hair. That guy don't got no hair, man. I got hair. What are you talking about? That guy don't got no hair. Because he's got a mask on. He's just a random guy. He's just a random guy. If he took his mask off, he probably wouldn't look like me. Oi, pen. Hey, Baba. Woof woof. Gotta run. They're here. Thanks for the stream, Ghost. Have a good night, everyone. Yeah, you too, Rachel. Thanks for coming and hanging out, man. Thanks for the super chats and stuff like that too, man. We'll definitely collab too, Rachel. We'll definitely get together at some point in the future and like make some music together. I also think it'd be cool as heck because then we could have our own music for some of the Red Dead stuff. I think it'd be fun. Not just for some of the Red Dead stuff, but maybe for the future stuff too. You never know. So yeah, for sure. I'll catch you later, man. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah. Thank you. that in a minute. Papa Smurf, what's up, man? We do some Gerudo Valley stuff. I have to take the cable off because I'd have to like compensate for however many frets I've got it up every time. But that's okay. We'll do it with the cable off. It's been a minute. I'll have to bar some cords, and you might have to bear with me for a second. But as per your request, Mountain of Ghosts. This one is always so dang hard. It's exactly what it is Marvel gave me. Papa Smurf, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? How's your Sunday going? Yeah, that one made me break into a sweat. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm not playing the lead guitar part. I'm playing all the rhythm parts of it, but yeah. Last chord is such a pain in the butt. It's like a bar chord, and you got to go like with these two fingers across like a bunch of weird strings, and skip one in between these two fingers. Oh, it's such a pain in the butt. Is it not obvious that video games ought to make your impact on all that? I know, man. Right? Yeah, for sure. I know. I'm sitting here in the yard playing fucking Gerudo Valley from when back in N64 days. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. And Marble, you want to talk about our games being or our music or our lives being influenced by games and game music? Here's one for you. Are you ready, dude? Here's a blast from the past for all the old school gamers out there too. If I can do it right, don't fault me if I mess it up. Ooh. Ooh, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. There it is. I got it. Are you ready? It's been a long time since I played that. I don't want to get in trouble. If I start playing all of it, I might get in trouble. Nintendo's watching. Get out of there. I know one song by Coulter Wall, Marble. I can play it for you, but he mostly does first fret capo, so I'll do the same. Yeah. I don't know if you heard it. It's off of his Corral in the Blues is the name of the song, and it's off of I think it's the Little Songs. But it's yeah, Corral in the Blues. That's the only Coulter Wall song I know. I'll play it for you. I'll play it all the way through a couple times. It's just a bunch of chords, but I do like Suit and Tie. I know that might have sounded a little bit like that one too, because I was kind of like doing a little bit of that like rhythmic So I don't know if that's what you were saying, but yeah. The only Culture Wall song I know is this one, and it's Corral in the Blues. Yeah, the song I was playing. Yeah, no, I think they're very similar. Like, I was definitely probably using at least two of the chords that he uses in that song. But yeah. So yeah, that's the only one I know for sure. Like, 'cause I sought that song out and actually tried to learn it. The other one though, I know I was definitely playing two chords and I was just kind of jamming on them really, but it did. I think you're right. It did kind of sound a little bit like that. A lot of my like just jamming on chords and stuff like that ends up being kind of like a little bit cowboy inspired. I can't help it. Like I love the hammer-ons and pull-offs. I love like mimicking like finger picking and stuff like that, and all different kinds of stuff. So, and yeah, I saw that earlier. You're saying you can hear the cicadas going in the back. It sounds really nice, huh? They're getting loud though, and yeah, they are weird-looking, ancient, cryptid-looking bugs, man. I don't mind the noise though, because these ones aren't like super loud or invasive or whatever. And we got 14 likes now, Vanderlyn Gang Hayden. Not when they're dead on your dead. Yeah, no, they're gross. Well, also when they molt too, dude. I remember like a next door neighbor when I was a kid. They used to like molt and leave like the exoskeleton or whatever. They'd like leave it on the trees and shit. It was so creepy looking as a kid. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh god, what the f- is that? And then you learn about it and you're like, oh, that's what that is. That's what that is. All right, I'm gonna mess around a little bit with my with the three chords I was playing earlier, and then I'm gonna cut the stream here. And I don't know. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, we got like a couple minutes to 9, so right around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I'll cut the stream. But I'm just gonna jam on some chords real quick. Before I do that though, I'll give everybody shout outs. Vanderlyn Gang, thank you for coming out, man. I appreciate you, Mr. Fetters, the legendary Fetters. Mountain of Ghost, thank you too for coming out, man. Marble Fox, brother, it's always a pleasure chilling with you, man. Thank you for coming out. Nova, you as well. Papa Flippin' Smurf, man, thanks for coming out, brother. I appreciate you. Both the members or all three of the members really in chat tonight. Revna, we've got Yolo, we've got Strawberry, and then we've got Nanette. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I appreciate you guys. Y'all are awesome. I know it's hard to see me right now. It's dark as crap. But let's see. Anybody else? We got all the randoms out there too. Miss Rachel Rage, thank you so much too, man. I appreciate you. Anybody that came out and was talking music with me earlier too, like I think Gandhi's Gandhi's flip flops. Thank you, bro. Thanks for coming out. Lil Woody too. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming out and hanging out. I hope you got to enjoy some guitar before the bugs started eating you up. I might just call it here. They're getting nasty right now. I'm just trying to make sure I got everybody, man, that came out. All the lurkers in the background, man. I appreciate you guys so much for hanging out in the chat. Cat, of course, we gotta give a shout out to Cat. Cat Allen for hanging out. Cat in the chat. What else we got? Who else? Who else? Who else? Just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Anon, thanks for coming out, bro, and listening to some good guitar jams. I appreciate you, man. I think we got pretty much everybody. Oh, there's someone. There's someone that looks like from the Czech. I don't know. I think Czech Republic. Hello. I hope that's what you said there, brother. Thank you for coming out and saying what up in the chat. It looks like either like Czech or Ukraine or Russia. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on that side of the world, man. Sailor Wags, brother. Thank you for coming out, man. Mountain, you too. If I didn't already give you a shout out, man. Mountain of Ghosts. Any of the other ghosts that came out too. Turco, he said, what up, man, in the chat. What's that gaming? Thanks for saying hello in chat. Of course, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. You're awesome, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming out to the chat. I'm definitely going to cut it here, guys. I can't even jam anymore. It's getting dark and I'm getting bit up by mosquitoes. And I think the doggies want to go in too. I also want to get something to drink. But, here, put the guitar down. Let's say goodbye to the wolfies and stuff with you guys. Wolfies. Get this. We need to say goodbye to the wolves. Fenrir. Lucy. Come here, Goose. Asha. Lucy. Hey. Goose. Come, Wolf. Come. Go, Wolfie. That's Fenrir. Got Lucy. Come on. Get little sissy. Little sissy in there. And the little guy too, of course. A little baby boy. Thank you guys. Give a little Ewok a pat for me. Yeah, I'll give him all pats for you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. And Hayden, of course, my main. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate you, brother. Little bro. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next stream. Y'all have a good one. Be good to each other out there. Subscribe if you're not already. Check out the memberships on the channel. Definitely join on into the Discord. Discord and liking is free, man. But if you want to support the channel too, memberships and like donating in chat is the best way to do it, man. So, but thank you guys. I really appreciate y'all for coming out and hanging out with me and the Wolfies and the guitar and talking about the channel and what we want to do here and how we want to kind of go forward. You guys are really awesome, and yeah, I'll see you later, man. And I look forward to, like I said, hanging out with y'all and building the channel out and doing a bunch of ASMR type content and also just seeing where it all goes to in the future. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I'll let you see the Wolfies before we go, okay? Say bye, Wolfie. Asha. Asha. Later, ghosts. Thank you guys. Peace out.